The Viking Age, spanning roughly from 793 AD to 1066 AD, marks a period of unprecedented expansion and exploration by the Norse people. Originating from Scandinavia, these skilled seafarers embarked on daring voyages that took them across vast oceans and into the heart of continents. Driven by a complex interplay of factors, their motives remain a subject of debate among historians. Were they primarily driven by a lust for plunder and conquest, or did a thirst for new lands and opportunities fuel their endeavors? The Vikings' impact on the world stage during this era was undeniable. Their longships, marvels of maritime engineering, allowed them to navigate treacherous waters with remarkable speed and agility. These vessels, capable of traversing both rivers and open seas, served as instruments of trade, exploration, and warfare. With them, the Vikings ventured far beyond their Scandinavian homelands, reaching the shores of North America centuries before Columbus, establishing settlements in Greenland, and leaving an indelible mark on the cultures they encountered. Their arrival on foreign shores often heralded a period of violence and upheaval, as their reputation as fierce warriors preceded them. Monasteries were plundered, coastal settlements were raided, and kingdoms trembled at the thought of Viking longships appearing on the horizon. Yet their legacy extends far beyond the bloodshed and plunder. They were also skilled craftsmen, traders, and explorers, establishing trade routes that spanned continents and leaving behind a rich tapestry of cultural influences. The Viking Age stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and the complex interplay between conquest and cultural exchange. Their story, woven into the fabric of history, challenges us to look beyond simplistic narratives and grapple with the multifaceted nature of their impact on the world. While the Vikings are often portrayed as bloodthirsty raiders, their expeditions were not solely driven by a desire for plunder. A deep-seated curiosity about the unknown, coupled with a pragmatic search for new lands and resources, played a significant role in their voyages. The Norse people possessed an exceptional seafaring tradition, honed over generations of navigating the challenging waters of the North Atlantic. Their longships, sleek and versatile, were capable of traversing vast distances, allowing them to reach distant lands long before the advent of modern navigation techniques. One of the most remarkable feats of Viking exploration was their discovery of North America, centuries before Columbus's voyages. Led by the intrepid explorer Leif Erikson, these Norse adventurers established a short-lived settlement at Lanso Meadows in Newfoundland, Canada. This discovery, confirmed by archaeological evidence, attests to the Vikings' extraordinary seafaring skills and their willingness to venture into the unknown. Beyond the icy expanse of the North Atlantic, the Vikings also ventured eastward, establishing trade routes that extended as far as the Caspian Sea. They navigated the rivers of Eastern Europe, forging connections with the Byzantine Empire and engaging in lucrative trade with Arab merchants. These voyages brought them into contact with diverse cultures and fostered an exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies. The Viking spirit of exploration was not confined to the sea. They were also adept at overland travel, establishing settlements in Iceland and Greenland. These harsh and unforgiving landscapes tested the limits of human endurance, yet the Vikings persevered, adapting to the challenging environments and forging new lives for themselves. Their settlements in these regions served as springboards for further exploration, pushing the boundaries of the known world and leaving an indelible mark on the history of exploration. While the Vikings' thirst for exploration led them to new lands and fostered cultural exchange, their arrival was often accompanied by violence and destruction. The sight of Viking longships adorned with fearsome dragon heads instilled terror in the hearts of coastal communities across Europe. These raids left an undeniable scar on the historical landscape. The raid on Lindisfarne in 793 AD marks the beginning of the Viking Age. This attack on a sacred monastery sent shockwaves through Christendom. The raid shattered the peace of Western Europe, ushering in an era of Viking incursions. Driven by overpopulation, political instability, and a thirst for wealth, Viking raids targeted wealthy monasteries and vulnerable settlements. Their warriors were renowned for their ferocity and fighting prowess. They often employed surprise attacks, striking quickly and disappearing into the sea. The Vikings' military success stemmed from their strategic brilliance. They were skilled navigators, using rivers and coastal waterways to penetrate deep into enemy territory. Their longships allowed them to bypass traditional defenses and launch surprise attacks. The fear they inspired was not unfounded. Viking raids often resulted in widespread destruction and the plunder of valuable treasures. Their attacks left a lasting impact on the political and social landscape of Europe. Section 4. Masters of the Sea and Land, Notable Viking Figures and Their Exploits. The Viking Age produced remarkable individuals whose exploits have become legendary. Leif Erikson, son of Eric the Red, ventured westward and reached North America. His discovery of Vinland, now Landsok's Meadows, showcases Viking seafaring prowess. Ragnar Lothbrok, a legendary king, is depicted as a fearless raider and strategist. Canute the Great, king of England, Denmark, and Norway, transitioned Vikings from raiders to rulers. His reign marked a turning point, showing Viking capacity for governance. These figures shaped the Viking Age, their stories passed down through sagas and poems. Section 5. The Legacy of the Raven, Cultural Impacts and Influences. The Vikings' impact on the world stage extended far beyond their military conquests. Their voyages of exploration, trade, and settlement left a lasting legacy on the cultures they encountered, enriching languages, influencing art forms, and shaping the course of history. Their presence is deeply embedded in the linguistic tapestry of many regions, particularly in the English language. Words like berserk, skull, knife, and husband all have their roots in Old Norse, the language spoken by the Vikings. These linguistic remnants serve as a constant reminder of the Vikings' enduring influence on the languages we speak today. Viking artistry, characterized by intricate designs and bold motifs, left its mark on various art forms. Intricately carved runestones depicting scenes from Norse mythology and commemorating the deeds of great warriors stand as testaments to their artistic skills. Their influence can also be seen in metalwork, jewelry, and woodworking, showcasing their mastery of craftsmanship and their unique artistic sensibilities. The Vikings' impact on shipbuilding and navigation techniques cannot be overstated. Their longships, masterpieces of maritime engineering, revolutionized seafaring. Their shallow drafts, versatile sails, and sturdy construction allowed them to navigate rivers, traverse open oceans, and launch raids on coastal settlements with remarkable speed and agility. Their shipbuilding techniques influenced naval architecture for centuries to come. Moreover, the Vikings' establishment of trade routes across Europe and Asia facilitated cultural exchange and the flow of goods and ideas. They traded in a wide range of commodities, from furs and slaves to silver and spices, connecting distant lands and contributing to the growth of towns and cities along their trade routes. Their economic activities had a profound impact on the development of medieval Europe, fostering economic growth and shaping the political landscape.